Today, our baby turned 5 weeks old.
And somehow we've found a way to survive being new parents.
Are we surviving?
Somewhat.
If you're a new parent, you're pregnant, or you're just curious, we wanted to show you everything we've done to make it through the past 5 weeks without completely falling apart.
Let's get into it. To make things easier, we've broken up everything into categories, starting with the first category. How did we prepare everything beforehand?
It was a lot of preparation. I think it was more than a wedding. Would you say?
Oh my gosh, it definitely was.
Yeah.
More than our wedding, at least.
Mal was very pivotal in making sure that our lives were organized before the baby came. So what are some of the things that we did to prepare?
First off, we created a registry. That's just the catch-all list of everything that you're gonna need and gives people an opportunity to help you in that way.
And what did you use for used Baby List?
Baby List.
Yeah.
Baby List was amazing.
We're not sponsored by Baby List. We would though, if Baby List is watching this video. we would gladly work with you guys.
We have kid number 2.
Yeah, kid number 2. The registry was really nice. We sent it to family members and people were sending us stuff, diapers, strollers, all kinds of stuff. It was really, really nice, worked out. We had a lot of people DM us asking, hey, can you put the registry on social media so that we can buy you things? If you're wondering why we never did that, it's because we just don't feel right about it. You know, some people have done that. I'm not saying it's wrong for you to do that, but we didn't personally feel right about putting our registry online for all of you guys. Registry, what else?
Setting up the nursery.
Yes, and how helpful was setting up the nursery?
Not helpful at all. We've
To be fair, it has been used, just not like for being a nursery.
Not for being a nursery.
Yeah.
We do use it as storage. We use it as a changing area and her closet.
But I will say the nursery, if you're gonna set it up beforehand, the nursery is really important for one thing. And I think that is getting you guys together to like work on something, to have a, you know, common vision.
To get excited.
To get excited about the baby coming. So yes, the nursery was important.
It was good for the soul.
Very good for the soul.
Yeah.
You don't really use it much in the beginning, but you will eventually. And I'm telling you, it's probably better that we got it set up because when the baby is finally ready to use the nursery, all we gotta do is just take her on over there and she uses it.
Better to set it up beforehand than to set it up with the child.
Yeah, it just gets you so excited, you know, seeing all the stuff and decorating and all that. Also, to prepare, we moved. We changed location.
We did.
Yeah, where were we before?
We were in San Jose living with our brother and sister-in-law.
Yeah, San Jose, California, very expensive. The whole area is like super career driven. Everyone's in tech, like Apple, Google, Microsoft, Adobe, all these like big things. That's just not our speed, not our lifestyle. And so we moved to Sacramento, California, where there's a ton of young Christian married couples here that are all related, that are all friends, that all care about each other and want to help. And they became like our support system. They've helped us so much in the beginning. We also prepared financially. We waited until we felt ready to financially have a kid. And, you know, luckily I have a job in San Jose. I do commute down there. A lot of people ask what I do for a living. I commute to San Jose for 3 days a week to work on a digital marketing team. And as many of you probably know, we also make money from social media. But we did save up money and the registry helped with finances.
Facebook Marketplace things, if you guys can. Like I, for one, got all of her clothes from Goodwill.
Yeah.
Other family members, if they have something to give you, like that has helped so much.
Yeah.
For us to not just like front load everything.
And the next category would be relationship. What do we mean by that? I'm talking about her and me. Cam and Mal, our marriage, our relationship.
First and foremost, communication. I think for us personally, what's worked the best is to over communicate.
Definitely.
Which you would think the opposite effect, like it would be worse to overly communicate everything. But for us, it saved us so many arguments to just lay it all out there and take each other at face value.
Telling them constantly how you're feeling, you know, telling them constantly, hey, I'm not angry, I'm just sleep deprived and I have a bit of a short fuse right now. You know, that takes us to also how do we communicate during conflict? And here's the thing. Conflict will 100% happen. I'm telling you, having a kid, it really tests your relationship.
It does.
More than anything that we've gone through so far, having the kid has tested our relationship. But that's not a bad thing. I think people on social media will talk about how it's like the worst thing ever and that it can cause you to be divorced and all these crazy things. It gives you an opportunity to really learn how to understand the other person, how to have a servant's heart with the other person, how to forgive, how to ask for forgiveness. It gives you so many opportunities to be there for the other person, right?
And a new opportunity to work as a team.
Exactly.
Which is like huge for us.
Exactly. So although the conflict happens, it's like, what do you do with that conflict that's important, right? For us, we've been learning to take up more of a heart of always try to understand. If that means that you're both just in a heated, why is the other person feeling the way they're feeling? Because if Mal's doing that for me and I'm doing that for her, well then guess what? We both are trying to understand the other person. And that has helped us tremendously.
And even if you can't find a full resolve in the conflict itself, at least you feel heard.
I've also been praying for her and I a lot. How do I be a better husband? How can I love her better? And that's helped too. But you know, there's not like any one way, do this or do that to have, you know, good conflict resolution. For us, you know, it's something that we've really worked on. And so I guess if you get anything from this, is just try to try.
Try to try.
That's like quote of the year right there.
That was amazing.
I'm so sorry if that was the most useless thing you've
No, I
heard.
love that. It's just simple, but it works.
Okay, then nice.
It's good, honey. Also, being new parents, we have new roles.
Yes.
We're not just husband and wife. We are now father and
mother. We made a video 2 weeks ago showing what our morning routine looks like. This is just one example. Mal goes to sleep at like 9 o'clock, 9:30 with the baby, and then does the whole night. And then around 7 or 8, she hands the baby off to me and I take care of her. And then Mal has the chance to go back to sleep for a while. And that really works for us.
Oh yeah.
It works for us so well because during that time, I can clean everything, make sure Mal has a nice apartment to walk into.
Breakfast, coffee.
Yeah. I'm not really going above and beyond. It's like the least that I can do for her to stay up the whole night breastfeeding is make sure that everything's clean. She has food and coffee and drinks to wake up to, and the dog is taken care of. Like, she shouldn't have to worry about all these things when she's worrying about taking care of the kid all night.
But again, it's all dependent on the couple.
Exactly.
Like if you guys are formula feeding, then okay, maybe you do like 50-50 on bottles. But like that is just what works for us.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing is we found something that works for us and you stick to it.
That's just one example of roles, but it's up to you guys to decide what roles you guys want to play out, and just having the conversations are really important. It shows that you're still on the same team and that you are working towards a common goal.
Also, baby products.
What products are we using?
Oh man.
There's a lot of them. We've learned all the things that work and don't work because there's a lot of things that we've bought that really did not help us. And then there's things that are like, if we didn't have that, our lives would fall apart. And this is keeping us alive. This is helping us survive.
We got pacifiers.
Which sounds so obvious, you know, but...
It does. But I was so against pacifiers for the first few weeks, and then I finally caved. I was so worried about nipple confusion, and she loves it. She's great. She just sleeps so much better at night because of it. So
it's so fun that when she's sleeping and you see her kind of wake up a little bit, and then all of a sudden she just like... And I'm like, she's soothing. She's soothing.
We also use something called the baby shusher.
It's the best.
Oh my gosh.
It's
amazing. It's like white noise on steroids. It's so much better. And it has a little knob where it has 15-minute timer, which is the perfect amount of time to shush your baby to sleep. Another great product. Swaddles, but the ones that work for her are not Velcro, she hates those, are not little blankets, she hates those too. It is the hands up ones, and it's weighted on their heart and their little sides to mimic being held by the mom. It's amazing, and she
sleeps
loves
better.
it.
She sleeps better at night, right?
She sleeps amazing.
Another thing is the car seat. You know, before we had like one of those transitional car seats that is like permanently in place. It doesn't like click out, and it's big, it's hefty, and I'm sure it's gonna be really nice when she's a lot bigger. But do not buy one of those. Literally just don't even think about it. Mal bought it. I don't know why she did, but it's okay. I love her for it. Love you, love you.
I thought I was saving money.
And no, don't buy it. Horrible. Get one of those car seats that like clicks in so that you can put her in the car seat when she's not in the car, and then just take it and set it into the base. It's so much better.
It's really convenient.
You yawning over there? You tired of hearing me talk?
I'm so tired. Ideally, you would do one of the like clicky things into a stroller, but
we don't have one of those.
We don't have one of those. We baby wear her mostly, and they're really expensive.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
We're fine.
It's fine.
We're fine.
It works for us. And then there's like the basic stuff like pumps and bottles. I will say though, the bottle is so amazing because yes, I'm solely breastfeeding, but I'm able to pump in the morning, send it off to Cams, stick it in a bottle. That gives me 4 or 5 hours of unbroken sleep. And it's wonderful.
So that I can bottle feed the baby during that time.
And this pacifier is the same brand as our bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Same nipple.
Yeah.
So she likes the pacifier just as much as she likes the bottle.
Yeah.
And it all works. She has no issues with it.
That takes us to the last category, mental health and spiritual health. Very, very, very important. For us, a lot of it is centered around our faith. We are Christian. We have talked about that on social media before. You know, we touched up on this earlier. We have community here. We have fellowship here that have helped us tremendously, taking care of the kid, coming through and helping us clean the apartment sometimes. You know, we have the church that we go to. Just like so many people care about us here and we care about them. And like people want to help. Even if you aren't Christian, like having community is just so important. People that can lift you up and support you. It's just, it's very important.
Another thing that we do with each other are mental health check-ins or spiritual check-ins, whatever you want to call it. We're checking in with each other.
We'll just sit down on the couch and talk about how we're doing. And it kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier about overly communicate, but it's different. This is a little bit different than that.
It is different. It's more specific in really allowing the person to fully express like how they're really doing and not just getting through the day. They were really helpful within the first like 3 weeks because I was feeling the load of fully breastfeeding and feeling super tired and like, why is it all falling on me? That's just the nature of solely breastfeeding and it is gonna fall a lot on you. And I was taking that and running with it and getting like upset that I felt like I was doing all the work and I wasn't really asking for help from Cameron or I didn't know how to ask. And so those check-ins were like, okay, this is not working for us because we had him working nights with me. And I'm like, those are not working. So like, what do we do to find something that works? And it was through those check-ins that we were able to find proper roles for us that work well. And now I'm getting better sleep. Cameron is doing better, and we just work so much better as a team. So that's just one example of the check-ins actually working.
Yeah. We've also been trying to read our Bibles together a lot more. That just kind of helps you stay centered and remember, hey, we have a relationship with God, and although things are hard, like we still have this, and it's something to strive towards and work towards, and it's been really nice, like reading our Bibles together.
It's a breath of fresh air. It really gets us to like slow down right now when our whole life is chaos.
I hope this video was helpful for you in any way. I know we kind of went off a couple times.
But it's because we're running on no sleep.
No sleep.
So
we're tired.
forgive us.
Yeah, sorry. You think in your head that it's going to go by so slowly, but it really does go by so quickly.
It does.
It does. It does. And at some point, we're going to be like, oh, how we survived our first year with our baby. It's just, I know that's going to come so quickly. So we're trying to cherish all the moments. And also, we just want to not paint the picture like we have everything together. I don't think we do that on social media. We do share the stuff that's hard for us.
Yeah.
We don't have a perfect relationship by any means. We are not like extra special in any way. We struggle with a lot, you know, with communication and conflict, and you know, there's just so many things that we're working on. But I think what's important is that we have our relationships with Christ.
Try to try.
And we try to try.
So we love you guys, and like always, make sure to
Like.
comment.
Eh.
Sub.
No, you didn't say that.
Duh.
Subscribe.